So gonna take this thing and put some washing on it. It's been like almost a week since we went through all the parts. So as you can see, we just changed the oil, and by that I mean I just dumped a bottle of what the fuck is this? Rotella 10W30 into this. That's close enough, right? I think that's close enough. Looking to see if there's anything else missing. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys knew this. If you want to pull in here, I can't remember if I said something about this earlier, but that's where the spare tire goes. So, yeah. Now that we've changed on the oil a little bit, or at least changed the type of oil it is, we're gonna go and wash this thing. Try to just get some of the gunk off of it. There's still some residue left from the old stickers that were on here. There's still part of the SCCA stickers that are left. I mean, I don't really want to, like, dispense of whatever livery was on this thing, but it's already been done for me, so I don't really have a choice. But we're going to clean this up. We're going to see if some of these will come off with some high pressure. I doubt that they will. That'll probably end up being a case where we have to use a little bit of denatured alcohol or rubbing alcohol, or we could use fire. We're not using fire. No, we don't do that anymore. Not since the last time. No, we're gonna wash it and then use some boiled linseed oil like we did on the truck. We're gonna do the same thing on this. With any luck, it'll kind of make the paint pop a little bit in a good way. And if not, we're not really out anything, guys, because like the plan was for this to be a winter beater. I've been driving it the last couple of days because I didn't really have a choice. There's no exhaust on this thing. I couldn't hear shit in the Porta-John. And it's loud, but it runs good. It's got a wounded clutch. Like the previous owner did state up front, like, it runs great. The clutch is junk. It does run great. The clutch is... it's there. I mean, it works, but if you're over zealous on the throttle, it slips. So you have to go like a quarter throttle to a half throttle to right about 3/4. No, I don't want that. Don't want that. Back to a quarter again. You just kind of balance it out, but it does run good. And the selectable 4-wheel drive does work. I haven't climbed anything yet. Well, where is it? I hear it. Shit, we're filming. Sorry. I don't know what that was. You know what? I'm gonna hold that. But it's a business jet. It's an Epic 1000. For those of you guys that don't know about this, or you get curious about what's flying around, above your head, you can. This is Flight Radar 24. We're not sponsored by them or anybody at the moment, but Flight Radar is really cool because if you're like me, and every time you hear a helicopter, you go, oh, hey, there's a plane right there. All right, so just in case, I kept my headphones on me because this thing is pretty loud internally. All right, contact. I don't know if any of this will be audible or not. Guess we're gonna find out.
Gonna find out. Yes. It reminds me of when we go to the racetrack. And we're back.
All right, so we're gonna try to go through. We're gonna SOS pad wash it real good. Um, bring out some of this. This rust looks bad, but really it's just surface rust. And I gotta say the patterning for the rust is weird. It's on the top of this fender, not on top of that fender. This fender is not the same color as that one, so maybe the fender and the hood came off of the same parts car. I don't know. Because it flows to here, even in that corner, but on the other side it doesn't. I don't know. But all right, well, let's get to putting some more money into this thing. So before I do this, because I don't think I've mentioned this before, I have terrible luck with washing cars. I have had a history of every time I wash a car, something goes wrong. And it might seem like weird, but I only recently started like going and like I would not get fuel and wash a car the same day. Because every time without fail on a full tank of gas, something would go wrong and I would have just burnt money on essentially nothing because I couldn't use it anymore. I didn't buy gas, so by law of averages, the car should start. But just in case if it doesn't, there's a history of this. I'm almost used to it now, so see what happens. Started right up. All right, let's get these windows down. We also need to get a radio for this thing once the exhaust is fixed, but you know. Wrong answer. And it helps if your leg isn't in the way too. This stuff is fucking awesome. So, a little backstory. I've probably said it before, and I'll probably say it a couple hundred more times. And for those of you that don't like it, well, kiss my ass. I'm going to keep saying it. So, my grandpa used this stuff all the time, and it works really, really well. He was very, very stringent about cleaning windows. Yeah, it just like he used it all the time at their house, and you know what? Stuff kind of reminds me of home, so I like using it anyway. But it works awesome. And it also works on other crap too. Like if you need to wipe something off of your car, this stuff will just about take it off because it's alcohol based.
Clean your boots too.
It'll clean your boots too. Yeah, if you've got it. Now I wouldn't recommend doing it all the time, but if you're in a rush and have to clean your boots, it'll do. Hit the headlights as well. Ain't gonna hurt them none. Pulled off a lot of gunk. Is this the way you're supposed to do this? No, absolutely not. Is it the
Aren't
way
you
I'm?
supposed to use newspaper or something?
Yeah, newspaper actually works really well. I'm kind of surprised that you knew that.
Because it also gets dog hair out of windows. Not windows. Upholstery.
I don't know if you guys can tell. They're pretty dirty. Kind of let it soak in for a second.
They're cleaner than what they were.
Thanks.
It was only used on the headlight.
Clean towel.
Our windows are dirty. What's the story about? They may look clean.
Yeah, I mean it.
It ain't clean.
Brought off a lot of yuck from that window, that's for sure.
Not a lot. This is the most I've shown my face in any of your videos.
Yep. There's not a whole lot of surface area with this car, but there is enough. So that's a little too much. I think it looks a bit better. So, against corrosion and that kind of stuff. So, like, if you use it on gloss paint, it won't turn out very good. Especially if you use the method that I used earlier. Do not use SOS pads on gloss paint. Or for that matter, don't really use it on clear-coated paint. Unless the clear coat is completely roached. In which case, I don't think anybody's going to care. Yeah, look at that. That blue paint is going right off. Maybe I ought to not do the roof. It's kind of funny how a little bit of, like what? This is like $6 and stuff. Can make something look like total crap to not half bad. I've been meaning to look it up, but I don't know if the company that has their sticker on the back here is even still in business. I suppose I could probably Google it and find out.
I'll Google it and then just like, hey, editor me, put an answer if it's still open or not.
Well, Saru was editing this one, so.
Saru, I'll give you the answer, just edit it in.
I think it's about as good as it's gonna get without a step ladder to get to the roof. Look at how shiny the roof is where I cleaned it.
Yeah. I can always Linseed oil it while you're at the meeting.
Yeah. Fuck. Well, I think that's going to do it for this misadventure, at least this chapter of it. We managed to get it running, driving, even cleaned it up and made it look better-ish. Not really sure what I'm going to do with it. The plan was for this thing to be a winter beater, and we were just going to drive it all winter and then maybe sell it in the spring, but I kind of like this thing. It gets up, goes, it's got cargo capacity. Yeah, it's currently occupied by spare parts for it because I forgot to go to the storage unit because I only had one day off this week and I managed to sleep through the entire thing. Ooh. But what I was saying is I'm not sure what we're going to do with this thing. Do we leave it like as it is? You know, as the slow blue roo? Or do we put a wrap on it, do something different? I don't know. If you got any ideas, feel free to shoot them down in the comments section. Sorry. Thought I heard an airplane. ADHD. So with that, you folks make sure you do what you can to have the day you deserve. Take care.